I bring you greetings, every learner hearing my voice at this time. I'll be doing this one now for every learner who will be resuming back to school at this time as well. My name is Mr. Victor Chusofoko, the proprietor of Transcenders Learning Hub, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I'll be talking to you briefly on what I've tagged Shining Stars in a Fading Firmament. Shining stars in a fading firmament. When we talk about the firmament, what are we talking about? We're talking about the clouds. The clouds that accommodates and houses the galaxies of the sky. Talking about the moon, talking about the stars, talking about the sun. Now, when you look at the firmament, discover that the firmament changes as time changes. In the morning, the firmament seems to be very, very clear, bright, and resplendent. But there's something you don't notice. There's something you've not taken note of. You discover that during the day, the stars, the moon may not be visible. Even the sun may not clearly be visible. But at night when the firmament becomes dark, at night when the firmament becomes almost dead, faded and blurry, at night when it seems as if the firmament has nothing to show, nothing to give, then you see the stars, then you see the moon popping out and shining so bright. That is what we're talking about. And so symbolically, I'll be talking about you at this time. You know, just like the instance I've shared with us, the star, the moon, becomes redundant, becomes invalid, becomes almost irrelevant and useless during the day because the firmament cannot reveal its potency and its power, its brightness at its peak. Only at night. I've come to remind you this day that God has created you for something great. God has great plans and purposes for your life, and that is the reason why you are not redundant at any point in life. You are not foolish at any point in life. You are not useless at any point in life. At every instance, in every point of your life, God expects you to dominate. God delights that you are great. God desires that you dominate, you take over, you triumph, you shine. That's why I've come to challenge you. We are not going to be like the stars and the moon that, when it is day, they hide and they flee and they run away. And no matter what they do, they try to strive. They try to become relevant. But the cloud, the sky, the firmament hides their glory and splendor. No. What are we going to do? We must strive. Quickly, I'm going to mention or give out 7 things that kills us, that limits us, that buries the star in us, so that we become very, very weak, and then we become very, very cold, and we say, well, I'm not useful at all times. Sometimes I can be great, and sometimes I can be useless, and then sometimes I can be strong, and the other times I can be foolish, and then there are times when I will do well in class, and there are sometimes I will also need to fail. No, who told you that? You cannot fail. It's not the plan of God for you that you fail. Rather, you become 10 times better in every area, in every facet, every day of your life. 7 areas that we must watch so that we don't become dead stars. We must become shining stars. Whether the firmament is fading, whether it is weak, whether it is blur, we must shine forth. We must refuse to be buried inside of it. I pray God will give us understanding. 7 things. And so quickly now, number 1, a failing future. A failing future. You have a future. Is your future failing? How does a future fail? You discover that all your plans, you discover that all your thoughts, you discover that all your ideas never come to be, never come to pass. The more you try, you discover that it seems as if it's not just going to work. This great future is not for me. I'm going to be a nurse, it's not for me. I'm going to be a doctor, I don't think it's for me. I don't think it is possible. I see a failing future. I see a falling destiny. If that is your thought, if that is your mindset, then there's no way you can shine. There's no way you can remain bright and less resplendent. There's no way you can become valuable. There's no way you can become useful to humanity. There's no way you can explore. We must jettison that idea of a failing future. Number 2, a frustrated family. Maybe you're coming from a family where everything pisses them off, where everything irritates them, where everything turns them on negatively. They are angry at everything. They are frustrated. There's no money, there's no job, there's no food, and there's frustration here and there. Of course, that will also affect you. Of course, that will tell on you. And once you begin to live a frustrated life because you are coming from a frustrated family, you're living in the midst of a frustrated people, frustrated fellows, I tell you, you cannot shine. You cannot shine. Number 3, a fainting physique. A fainting physique. Some people, they look at themselves, they say, oh, that other person is beautiful than me, and that other person, is better than me, taller than me, brighter than me, looks so fair than me, darker than me, and you are doing all of those comparisons because you look at your physique and you say, oh, this physique is fainting, oh, this physique is falling, and this physique is not what it should be. Oh, I'm not happy the way I am. I'm not happy the way I look, my nose and my eye. No wonder people mutilate their bodies because they want to meet up. They feel their physique is fainting, is falling, is dead. And you see, that can affect you. You may not shine. You cannot rise. You cannot be relevant. Let's have that at the back of our mind. We must appreciate ourselves the way we are. We must love ourselves the way we are. We must thank God for what He has done and how He has made us. And we must pursue value no matter how we look. And so number 4 now, we go to number 4, friendly foes. Friendly foes. When we talk about friendly foes, we're talking about those people who claim to be good to us, who claim to be our friends, who claim to have good purposes and intentions concerning us, whereas they have come to destroy, they have come to scatter. Once we have these people around us, friendly foes, and we don't discern, we don't decipher, we don't detect in time, I tell you, then they will strike. And once they strike, we can't go further. We can't shine. We can't be relevant. We can't be useful. We must watch friendly foes. We must ensure that we are careful with our disposition, with our relationship with such people. Very, very important. And then number 5, frivolous friends. Frivolous friends. I see some of you say, that's my friend over there, he is my friend, she is my friend, my friend, my friend. Everybody is your friend. I pity you. Once you move about with frivolous friends, you become a dead star. You become a dead light. You cannot give light. You can't shine. You can't go far. You can't succeed. You just become irrelevant like the star and the moon during the day, only shining at night, only shining by chance. God forbid. God forbid. That's not the plan and purpose of God for you. The plan and purpose of God for you is that you will shine at all times. And I pray for you today, you will shine. I say you will shine. Where are you? Jettisoning those frivolous friends. You don't need them. Send them away. Throw them overboard. You don't need them. Alienate. Separate yourself from them. You don't need them. Lest they keep you dead. And then number 6 now, faulty foundation. Faulty foundation. Check your foundation. Where are you coming from? How did your parents raise you? What false hope did they give you? How did they train you? I mean, what's your attitude? What's your lifestyle? Does it complement with, honesty, modesty, sincerity, faith, resilience? Do you have values that can thrive? Do you have values that can overcome? What are we talking about? How is your foundation? How's your foundation? Are you the type that your parents have abandoned you and they don't care? They go about chasing money. Oh, I pity you because the foundation is faulty. At the end of the day, if you are not careful, you become a dead star, a dead light that cannot give shine. I pray God will have mercy upon every one of us in Jesus' name. And finally now, we have what we call false fellowship. False fellowship. Don't forget, I've given us an array, 7 things that contradicts the essence and the plans of God for our lives. No wonder we don't shine when we ought to shine. We only shine at a particular time. And sometimes we don't even shine. But the plan and purpose of God is that we shine. We give light. We excel at all times. I said, number 7 now, false fellowship. False fellowship. What are we talking about? Are you the type that you have join yourself to one visionaire and one prophet. Pray for me, pray for me. What do you see about me? Let's go there, let's go there, let's go to the valley, let's go to the mountain. Oh, he is talking about my forefathers. Oh, he is talking about my life. Oh, he told me the story of my life. Oh, he gave me that prophecy. And then they deceive you, and then they deceive your parents, and they say, hey, you are going to pay so amount of money. I'm going to fast and pray for you, and I'm going to buy that, I'm going to buy this, or I'm going to do some spiritual work. Oh, we are going to buy that other oil, that candle, and we're going to go to that river. Oh, we are going to kill 10 cows. They will ruin your life. You better watch it and be careful. You don't need such false fellowship. True fellowship is in God. Only God can help you. Only God can see you through. Think about your life. Shining stars in a fading firmament. It doesn't matter the situation. It doesn't matter the environment. It doesn't matter the time and season. You will shine. I say you will shine. May God help you all in Jesus' name.